because we are. So that phrase immediately eliminates any type of ego or self. You get what I'm saying? It's more about we and us that come together to make me who I am and to make you who you are. At the same time, I also want to shout out the ancestors that came before us who also contribute to who we are today. So pay homage and salute ancestors that came before us that are going to pave the way, and set a great example for what we're about to study in the next few minutes. I'm really excited about sharing this history, which I get pumped up and pretty excited about this. This is what I love to do. At the same time, we're about to get pretty serious in the beginning, right? Because we have to deal with some stuff. So there's a principle here called Sankofa. It's talking about going back in the past to get the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding of what happened before and bringing it to the present so we can build for the future. Now, this is a very important principle today because, unfortunately, we live in a country that has done 3 different things to our history. One, they've hidden, right? It's unfortunate we have to come to programs outside of our educational system in order to get African history. So they've hidden it relative to the academic world. They falsified our history and they've distorted it. They've done those 3 things to establish 1 or 2, actually 3 main things. One, there's going to be words you're probably going to say, I'm tired of hearing about it. It doesn't matter. We got to talk about it. One is to establish the white race as the supreme race on the planet. Got to deal with it. Number 2, to solidify that black people are on the bottom and have contributed nothing to civilization as it stands. Nothing at all. You have contributed, you've contributed nothing. That's what they want to establish by distorting and falsifying history. Number 3, we're not going to deal with number 3 too much today, but in the future we will. Number 3 is that man is the monarch. Man is in control and the woman is in subjection to the man. Those are the 3 things that what I call European mythology has done to the world relative to academia. When we start talking about history, those 3 things are established. White people are superior, black people are on the bottom, along with women having no authority. Now, when I bring those points up, and people have brought those points up in the past, some people say you're making that up. There is no white supremacy, there is no system, there's no black inferiority or anything like that. You're making it up, right? Black people just need to get themselves together, pull themselves up, and do something. I'm going to give you 4 quotes from people you know, maybe 1 or 2 that you don't. 4 quotes to help solidify that there is, in fact, a philosophy out there that white people are superior and black people are inferior. And there's a good book up here that I have called The Leopard Spots, which chronicles a science called anthropology, which was created, it was a science created to solidify what I just said. That white people are superior and black people are inferior, which is completely false. That's why Sankofa, when you go back, you find out the truth. True African history and European mythology can't stand together. One of them is going to lose. And when you have truth, which will make you free, mythology is out. They are with me. I don't mean to be too up front with you right off the bat, Kendrick, but we're gonna get some stuff done today. Let's go to those 4 quotes. You ready? Let's go. Here's the first one. First thing I want you to see, Thomas Jefferson. Right there, Thomas Jefferson. Here we go. I advance it, therefore, as a suspicion only that blacks, whether originally a distinct race or made distinct by time and circumstance, are inferior to the whites in the endowments of both body and mind. Thomas Jefferson, foundational figure in the United States, correct? Yeah. Okay. David Hume, for those of you who might not know David Hume, one of the original English political scientists of his day, who Thomas Jefferson and other founding fathers look up to. This is what he says. Here we go. I am apt to suspect the Negroes, and in general, all the other species of men, for there are 4 or 5 different kinds, to be naturally inferior to the whites. There was never a civilized nation, watch this now, there was never a civilized nation of any other complexion than white. There was never a civilized nation of any other complexion than white. No ingenious manufacturers among them, no art, no sciences. David Hume. Foundational when it comes to political science, who the United States patterns itself after. You with me so far? 2 more. 2 more. Anybody heard of Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln, there he is right there. Let's see what he has to say. There's a physical difference between the white and black races, which I believe will forever forbid the 2 races. to live together on terms of social and political equality. And insomuch as they cannot so live, while they do remain together, there must be the position of superior and inferior. And I, as much as any other man, am in favor of having the superior position assigned to who? Okay, Abraham Lincoln. Am I making this up? Okay. One more. This is a big one. George Hegel, German philosopher. He was renowned in his day. So in the European community, when he spoke, it was law. They respected his mind that much. This is what George Hegel had to say. Let's do it. This is the land where men, talking about Africa, this is the land where men are children, a land lying beyond the daylight of self-consciousness history and enveloped in the black color of night. At this point, let us forget Africa, not to mention it again. Africa is no historical part of the world. George Hegel. And from that point on right there, no other European philosopher dealt with Africa. Even today in our school systems, there is no African history at all. Am I right? So when you start talking about black history, the only history they're going to give you is slave history. That's it. And slavery is not a good thing, last time I checked. Another thing, when you, matter of fact, Juju, me and you were just talking about this. When you go to these plantations and you start studying what our people went through, at the same time you're studying what our people went through, it's a trophy piece. Oh, that's too much. Too much. At the same time we're celebrating accomplishments within the slave concept, that political system, at the same time we're learning how we were dominated. You understand? Yeah. Okay. That's going to make more sense as we go along and study these next three kingdoms. Ancient Mali, ancient Ghana, Sanga. By the time you finish this, it'll all make sense as to why they don't expose us to African history. Are y'all with me? Before we get to that though, as a result of these quotes and the system America is made up on, there's an undertone, of course, of white supremacy and black inferiority. What type of psychological impact does this have on the mind of our people? Talking about black people. This diagram will help break it down. First of all, just going off the visual, you see how this forms right here. You take on a self-destructive, low self-esteem mindset, and you start to participate in your own demise. Acting out like this. Negative perspective of Africa and its people. I know a lot of black people that say I'm not African or wasn't born there, don't speak the language. I have nothing to do with that. Even though this right here is the clarifying evidence, the DNA that you have shows that you have a direct connection. But you don't want to be associated with Africa because it's negative. Because America portrays it as negative. Are y'all with me? Yes. Some more. I hate being black. I grew up seeing that. Self-hate. Right? An extreme example would be bleaching. You ever heard of bleaching? Yeah. Black people take whatever kind of chemical and try to lighten up their skin. Because black has been criminalized, it's been deemed inferior. So you don't want to be black. Some of us didn't bleach, it's no problem. You don't see color. I don't see color. You don't want to see the negativity that's associated with that color. So you don't want to see it. You don't deal with that. I don't deal in color. I don't see it. We're all human beings, the human race. I don't see my color. Only because it's negative. But God made you assimilate to white society. You don't know any other way to achieve success but the white culture, so you assimilate to it. You adopt their diction and vernacular. Maybe you put your hairstyle in your hair or a certain way. Definitely if you're going to be on TV and you're black, you're going to cut this off. You're not going to see too many people with any facial hair. It's going to be clean. They're going to speak like they're Channel 5 News. No disrespect. I'm just talking real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's what it is. But there's different ways you assimilate. You say, you know what? I want to go to their schools. Right? That's all you know. Not you personally, but that's all we know as a people. To go to their schools, get their education. So we assimilate, but we don't know what we accomplished before slavery. Not us personally, because we know, right? All right. But everyone in the gym, I got it. I'm going to speed it up. Ambition is the big one, though. Ambition and confidence is killed. At this church right here, Tyrone, there was, I think it was 2 years ago, they had like a little symposium with panel speakers and stuff like that. And I asked the question, when did you first know, because the panelists were all black, I said, when did you first know you were black? Every single panelist up there started talking about they discovered they were black when they started seeing the negative imagery in slavery. I'll give you a personal story. When I was in 3rd grade, I didn't even have a concept of black and white at that point. The first time I saw someone who looked like me in history books, though, and they're saying that's you, was when we were in slavery. So the first time I see people who look like me, slaves. At that point, it's hard when you think you come from slavery to be ambitious and have that confidence. It's difficult. Are you with me on that?
Yeah.
Science of becoming, which you need ambition and confidence to feel what you want to become. What do you want to be? You need confidence and ambition to know you can become that. When confidence and ambition are killed, people pull back and quit. And you see them on the corner, or you see them just kind of take a mediocre job or whatever, just kind of go through life. Because in the beginning, their ambition and confidence was killed. Again, look at the diagram. Y'all with me? It's going to be uplifting in a little while, I promise. I don't want to bury your legs in, but we got to deal with reality. A little more. Everything about me is wrong. That's a big one. Everything about you is wrong. What you name your kids is ghetto. How you live is ghetto. How you dress is ghetto. Everything has a negative connotation in this country when you're black. B-L-A-C-K. When you're black. And that's how it's designed to function. You saw the quotes. That's how it's designed to function. To teach you that everything about you is wrong, which we know ain't true. And I can't wait till we get to the history. I'm trying to hold back. All right. Attracted to subordinate roles. They want to be the background and their foreground. The Help. Who's seen the movie The Help? I didn't see it. No disrespect, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. They're portraying themselves as gods and masters and all these other type of movies. And we're always the 12 years a slave and The Help and all this other kind of, we're driving Miss Daisy. I'm not listening to that. I'm not watching it. But that's what we're attracted to, subordinate roles. We won't be the owner of the company, but we'll be his CEO and run it. Too much. Docile mindset, being weak and passive. Neurosis, meaning your outlook of reality has been distorted and twisted. Savage, barbaric, and we enjoy that kind of entertainment that comes from savagery and barbarian. Everyone's is comfortable with the black man being the criminal of the United States. On TV. You see him selling drugs, you see him shooting people, we're comfortable with that. Oh, it's all good, let him shoot it up. Yeah, then we even, our arts reflect that. Our music comes out. Bust some lyrics, pull out a Tech 9 or something, killing them. We're all right with that. We'll pay money to go to the movies to see that. See the black man being the criminal of the United States. That's by design. And all of these conditions, of course, indirectly or directly serve the purpose and at the same time generate money. I'll give you an example. Because we don't like our hair, as a people, we don't like our hair. So we buy so much product and hair product and all kinds of things from people who sell that stuff and make them billions. Weave is a billion-dollar business. Billions of dollars. Koreans and some other groups, they control that whole industry off of our self-hate, not accepting who we are. I'm going to stop there. We're going to get to the good stuff. But I put this up there because at the same time I'm excited to be here to teach some African history or share it. At the same time, it's serious business. This is serious. This is a problem. This mindset has to be broken. And I think the way you break that mindset is going off Sankofa. You go back to the history, past the slave time, which is only 400 years, compared to when the black man was on the earth, modern man, 200,000 years. So I'm going to study a period of 400 years when I had 200,000 to study? So when we go back, we get the wisdom, we get the knowledge, we get the truth, we take that, and now we build. And as we build, we start to discover certain things I can't get down with. Because that's putting me in a docile mindset. I can't get with that. I'll give you an example, some more, this last one. Who saw Great Debaters? Denzel Washington, Great Debaters, and Denzel Washington says at one particular point in the movie, he said, it's our job as professors on this campus to help you, talking about the gentleman who was talking about with the lynch, to help you to find, to take back, and to keep your righteous mind. And that's exactly what the Sankofa principle does. Y'all with me on that? Okay, we'll get off that. And that's why, I put this up here, because that's why we teach the African history course. We put it together, and it's every Thursday at Clint Chapel AME Church, 7 o'clock, 8:30. Some people are here from the class, watch out. Right. And so if you get a chance to come on out, if you're not intimidated or put off by that introduction I just gave, come on out, man. We'd love to have you. It's not as, we'll embrace you, Ubuntu, right? All right? Let's get to it.
And
so,
you have food.
And we have food. That's right. We have great food. What's that? Black-owned business. That's right. Food. So, since this is the condition that most African Americans are in, this is the mission right here. Right? We got to pull each other up now. Those of us